Welcome back to my channel. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and today I'm here finishing up a wall I started a few days ago. Technically there was a water leak. I found it hard to believe it, but they actually had to move the AC unit in order to work on it. But it was pretty expensive for my friend. So I was concerned about animal rodents getting inside the house. So I came in and I put some foam. Main reason of the foam, normally we run concrete, but he wanted to get access in case there is a problem again in the future with the pipes. This was the pipe. I guess they were looking for the pipes. Pipes were right behind there, and I put some white foam. You see, very thick foam, like it's for backing construction, very thick. And then I put gray stuff, so in case there is no problem, they know already where the pipes are. They can always break it and access again where it was repaired. So let me start working on it. I'm gonna use some concrete and a wire mesh to hold it. Okay, I shaved off the excess of foam, as you can see. So that's being shaved off. Now I'm gonna use I didn't want to buy the big piece of so I got some screen, aluminum screen for gutters. That's all I need for this small patch. Normally I use the metal mesh used for stucco, but there was too much of a piece. It was like $16–17. I need only a few feet, so that's enough. I will overlap it like over there. I'm gonna anchor it, and this to hold my concrete in place, the stucco, once I'm finishing. Okay, let me get working. Okay, that's the step 2 of the wall repair. The largest patches, I put some of the aluminum mesh so I will hold the stucco. And now I'm going to the I got to wait for to dry a bit. I will put more wire mesh on top of that. So the biggest part of the holes are patched. Behind there is a foam. I did put some of the wire mesh already, and I screw it into the concrete and patch it up with the stucco. Now we do a second part of wire mesh, like only a quarter of an inch, half an inch, just right above that. And I will put the second part of the stucco once it's dried out. Okay, so let's get moving with this. Now I got to do another project inside. The drywall was damaged by the leak damage, and I will replace that while this is getting dry. Okay, as you can see, I cut two sides my aluminum gutter cover. Being aluminum was very easy to cut using a generic stainless steel. I will use stainless steel scissor. That's from Walmart, hard, pretty good, and they cut like butter, really, because that's aluminum, that's steel. There is no match. It's very malleable. So I did anchor it with screws. Now I'm gonna do my semi-final coating. If I can, I will try to duplicate the wall, but all I'm using, like I say, is stucco. But I will need the background like that to hold the stucco in position. Otherwise, I was afraid it might peel off. And that should be pretty much it. Like I say, I made it inside. I don't think nothing is sticking out. I checked with a piece of wood, a level actually, to make sure it was not sticking out from the edge of the wall, so you can see a bulging. So that's it. Let me work on this, and then I go back to my inside wall with a drywall. And now I'm finishing up my wall. You know, like I said, I have my stucco there. Needs a little more mixture of cement, a little too watery. But actually it's better a little watery for this. It will grab into the aluminum mesh, so it makes it easier to bond with the pre-existing material. Anyway, let me get going with this. I will show you the final product once I'm done. What I'm taking is my little trowel and throw it on, and then I'm gonna try to make a little of the effect like you see there. Okay, the wall is done. I'm gonna need to come back and do the finishing touches. You know, basically, you cannot just so much you can do at one time. It has to dry it up, and then I'm gonna come back and try to make it look like the other one. There is a way to do it, but for now, just to kind of blend it in, I did that, but it does need a little more work. I'm down to the finishing touches on the wall. I just fill it up a little more where I need it. I'm gonna let it dry and do the cosmetic facade, you know, with a little compound. It's gonna be easier to work than concrete for the finishing touches, to kind of duplicate the existing surface. I'm back with my wall here. You can see this part of it. To me, the best way to do it is put in like a little, once I'm done with the concrete, I use a little compound and I go like this. I already put it on. I go with the spatula to give it like this effect. And then I go with a plastic bag to kind of smooth it over, you know. See, that's the little popping out of it. And once I go with a plastic bag, it will, by waiting a moment, you know, until it starts drying up a bit, like 4 or 5 minutes. That's how it's gonna look. Once it's painted, I think it's gonna be hard to notice. So, yeah, we got it. So I'm gonna wait like 20-30 minutes, come back and do a little more with a plastic bag and just kind of gently smooth it over like that. And then go another touch with like a trowel to give the little notches on it, so it kind of duplicates. I mean, it's not an exact replica, but it's gonna be hard to notice, especially when painted. All I need is to paint now. I'm using a cheap brush. I had, you know, already used the other one for the white paint. Didn't want to wash it. Just they're gonna be pretty much doing this. You see. It's gonna start raining, so I better move my button. Okay, that's it. My wall is done. You know, I'm done with the painting. Like I say, it's not perfect, but what can I do? It was an awkward spot too. Not a lot of room because it's right next to the air conditioning. Anyway, that's it. Now it started raining, so I have to kind of move fast. Anyway, it's pretty sturdy. It's concrete. The stucco and the big nasty thing there, it wasn't actually me, it was pre-existing, I guess, from a previous repair, so I had nothing to do with that. I did the lower part there, pretty much, where my track was. Okay, that's it. Thank you again for watching. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and this was how to repair a wall, concrete wall, damaged because of some leaking pipe. Thank you again. Please subscribe and thumbs up if you can.